Hello, everybody. It's me, Wilson. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing fine. Uh, just came back from one of my training grounds here in Sanford, Maine. It's a YMCA parking lot that has a skate park and it has a few trails. You might have seen it in a little bit of my videos. And I had my friend Spencer come by, and he was there to ride my one wheel. He's really interested in getting the one wheel, and I don't blame him. It's really good device. It's really fun to play with. Sorry for this contrast over here. That's a bird light. That's my bird right over there. Should probably fly over here and bug the hell out of me, and my microwave is going to go off because I have some chicken in there. Mm-mm. Because we worked our asses off today learning. He learned the one wheel today, and he was a natural with it. I started with 70% battery, and he rode on mission mode for about, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so, and he didn't fall off of it or anything. He's a natural at it. He's a lot better than me with it. He comes from a skateboard, snowboarding background, so it was really natural for him, and I think he's gonna get one in the future. So that will be cool. So I was tagging along with my 16X, which is the newest unicycle that I have. And I also have the Kingsong 16S, and I brought that with me too. So the one wheel, I mean, that's self-explanatory. You know, it self-balances itself. It works like a snowboard or like a surfboard. It has that feeling. And man, he was going faster than I was. I warned him just to be careful, but he seemed to get the idea of how to use it. And we were out there for about 2.5 hours, and he started from 70% battery to, um, well, zero. um, he was the first person, not including me, to basically feel not the tilt back, but the nosedive. Luckily, he didn't hurt himself. He didn't fly. He just felt the board go down, and he jumped right off immediately. And basically, the board read 1%. And yeah, we had to walk back for about half a mile, so that wasn't too bad. But just think about it: carrying a one wheel, it's really heavy, and you know, it takes me about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to hold the thing, and then we switch off. Him and I switch back and forth. Uh, so I did get some practice on my 16X. I had some very good practice. What I found out is my top speed so far has been 17 miles per hour with it. And this is a torquey machine. Torquey, as in it doesn't take long for it to speed up, and it doesn't really take too long to brake. And I've noticed the speed wobbles. I don't have any power pads on my 16X yet, so it was a little weird because there are times where I feel like I'm straight on the device like this, my legs, and when I do crouch over bumps and stuff, I feel like when I'm going back to a straight position, um, it's hard to get that straight feeling again. I don't know. My legs are really pressed on the side of the unicycle, and it just felt like I was falling off for some reason. And I wasn't falling off. It was weird. It's just a weird feeling. I also have a cover on it, which is the neoprene cover. And so if you can imagine, my skin is like stuck right on the neoprene, and there's not a lot of room to like really shift, which is kind of what you want, I guess. You want to stay right on there. What's up, Randy? Yes, I did upgrade to the 16X, man. I did some more practice today with my buddy on the one wheel. So as I found out that I wasn't falling off, obviously. So I felt a little bit more confident to shift my position a little bit more, and but I was still experiencing the wobbles. And I learned from somewhere that you have to put weight on one side to counteract that. So I did practice that, and it did seem to work a little bit better. I wasn't aiming for the top speeds. 17 miles per hour was pretty good. It felt good. I have no problem carving. That's fun. I love carving. I have no problem with that with this wheel, and taking turns with it. I'm used to it now. So very good unicycle, guys. I did get on my one wheel again. It's been about a month since I've been on it, and that felt weird. It felt so weird. It's a totally different feeling. Almost the same mechanics as a USC EUC, but it is a sideways stance. So instead of balancing left and right, you're balancing four different quadrants. Your your heels, your left and right heel, and your toes, left and right toes. But then again, that's a self-balancing device. He did really good over bumps and everything, and I chicken out so bad on bumps. I always feel like I'm gonna come off the thing, but he did really good on that. He was an inspiration for me to test it a little bit more on my next time that I ride. Randy Wentworth says, "You learn fast. I'm jealous. It took me a month to get to your point." It takes time. It really does take time for a lot of people, and some people can just pick it up quick. The only thing that matters is perseverance, really, when you're riding an electric unicycle, and that's all that matters. Just as long as you're not giving up, Randy, that's all that matters. Um, have you looked at the new suspension wheel? That's the big topic right now. So before I got the 16X, I was interested in the suspension wheels. I did look at the specs for the Kingsong S18, right? That's the suspension wheel for the Kingsong and the Motion V11. I looked at the specs, and it looks like the V11 has a lot of the greater specs out of all of the wheels. A lot of the wheels right now are sitting at the 70 mile per hour range, 30 miles per hour speed. And the Kingsong S18 has, I think, a top speed of 32 miles per hour, but can only go theoretically 40 miles per hour. But I'm hearing the body itself feels good for a lot of riders, and it's easier to grip onto the wheel than the V11. The V11, like the S16, 16X, just has a flat shell. It has like very soft padding, and is a lot of people like riding like that, from what I hear. But some people like me like the power pads, and it looks like the S18 has those power pads that a lot of people might like. So I don't know. It's just preference, It's just like apples and oranges. Which one you prefer? Maybe you want both of them. So make a long story short, again, is on eWheels, the price is about the same for the S18, 2000. There I go, saying S18. The suspension wheels are about the same price as the 16X. So I really wanted something now, and the 16X was what I was able to get now. You would have to wait for those two suspension wheels in August and September, around those times. So that's why I went with the 16X. Wow, that was a long-winded explanation. My bird is being crazy behind my computer monitor. Get over here, bird. So I'm no pro. I could be wrong with everything that I just said, but have you looked at the new suspension wheels? Yeah. Also, I think the hot topic for a lot of people these days for electric unicycles is the Sherman. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, and I don't know. That's just a little too out of my price range. It's a heavy sucker, but you get a lot of range. You got a lot of speed. That's way too advanced for me right now. So back to the day, I did practice on the 16S a little bit more, and in my mind, the 16S is still a good electric unicycle. Um, Even if I still stuck with the 16S, um, compared to the 16X, the 16S is still good. You don't have a lot of weight on it, but then again, it is a very nimble machine. Very nimble. It feels a lot more easier to turn with, easier to maneuver with. I don't get a lot of wobbles with that machine. The only thing with the 16S is it doesn't have that high torque. It doesn't feel like a jet engine underneath your legs, whereas the 16X feels like a speed rocket. Very sensitive to torque, very sensitive to braking and turning as well. So, I mean, I like both wheels. If I was to really stay with one wheel, it'd probably be with the 16X because I like that power. Come on, Bird. Bird wants attention, obviously. So, back to the one wheel, how I felt with the one wheel going back on. I just feel unsafe with that machine. I really do. I mean, I like it, but I don't know. I prefer the electric unicycles more. It just feels natural. You're facing forward. It feels like biking in a way. And I did, ride around a gravel parking lot for a good half an hour, and I got the hang of the off-roading aspect of it, and it's really fun. Swerving around, ducking when you feel a big bump coming, and to me that's fun. And my knees hurt right after. Holy cow! Because you're gonna do a lot of bending down. So my bird is getting really crabby right now. She's trying to chew through wires. So yeah, today was an awesome day, guys. Really awesome day. The one wheel electric unicycle ride. And I think him and I will be doing some more wheeling in the neighborhood. I still find it weird that for 2.5 hours, the battery was at 70% and then he reached 0. And he was riding in delirium mode for the pretty much 3/4 of the whole day, the whole time. So I don't know why the battery depleted that fast on the one wheel. On the 16X. I'm sorry, Randy. Randy says range limitations on the one wheels seem to be the biggest problem. On group rides, these guys are always having to recharge. Yeah, and Spencer. I'm sorry for using his name. Sorry, Spencer. I just said your name. If you're there, he's stronger guy than I am. He has more weight on him. He's not fat. He's more muscular, and he made a point that he has more weight on him, so that can also drain the battery, and that makes sense, right? Right? Yeah, the range limitations definitely. I forgot what the range limit was with the one wheel. Wasn't it 20 miles? Let me look at this. Let me find this out. One wheel XR range. 12 to 18 miles. Okay. So we rode about, in total, 6 miles today. That makes sense. So on the 16X, I started with 80% battery. 80% battery, and I reached about 68. 68. Come on, bird. I'm going to look at darkness spot. Actually, darkness spot will show you how much I actually rode today. Current trip. I don't know if my darkness spot is accurate, but according to this, duration of 1 hour and 11 minutes, a distance of 7.5 miles, a max speed of 14.2 miles, average speed of 8 miles per hour, battery discharge 6%. I only use 6% Although I wonder if that was my Kingsong 16S. Oh, okay. I'm looking at my. I'm sorry for looking at my phone. I'm looking at this on my darkness spot for the current trip. Come on, look at the current trip. Can you guys see it? It might be mirrored for some reason. It says max speed 41 miles per hour. I don't think so. I didn't travel that fast. That must have been me in my car, and darkness spot is reading that. So, anyways, had a good day, guys. Got some more experience with the 16X, especially off-roading, bumps, weaving, carving, speed. But the wobbles, I'm having a hard time trying to figure that out. So I have power pads coming in today. I was going to make my own. There was a really nice guy who took his time to show me materials that I could use to make my own power pads. But I opted out to buy the power pads on e-wheels instead. Just wanted something that was, instant, ready to go. And I think my riding experience is going to be better with it, and I'll feel more safer with it. Right? Love you. Right? You love me too? Okay, Randy. Wobbles when you brake. Oh, okay. So it feels like at a certain speed it does. Yes. Usually it starts wobbling when I gain speed. When I gain speed, and at times when I do brake. What I've been doing to try to stop that is weaving back and forth. But recently, through that trip that I just had near the end of it, I started actually putting more weight on one side. So instead of weaving, I just kind of did a very nice long carve to the left or carve to the right with a lot of my weight on one side. And it did help a little bit. I did get the feeling that I wanted to go faster. I really wanted to go faster. I had my buddy Spencer going faster than I was on the Onewheel. And I'm like, I should be able to go faster than this. But it's all with experience. It's a 50-pound wheel. I don't have this trouble with my 16S. I can go pretty fast with that. So about 18 miles per hour for right now without the wobble. So yeah, good day, guys. I'm going to end the stream. I'm hungry. I have some chicken in the microwave. Just figured I share my experience today. You all have a good day. Randy says wobbles during braking is really common. Crouching down is supposed to dampen it. Yeah, that's what I've done. So let's pretend here. Let's pretend this is my right foot. Okay. So I'm kind of like that on the wheel. And then when I feel the wobble, I do crouch back. Sometimes I just lean back. But lately I've been crouching back with this wheel because I use my knee and my shins to keep the wheel in place. I know some people who ride bow-legged and loose, but not me. I have to hug it. And with the wheel, when I go into this position here, it's hard for me to get back straight because for some reason my legs and my shins lock in that position because of the neoprene cover. That cover just will grip your legs. So I found it really hard to get back into a straight position. It's really hard to kind of explain, but well, squat down, Randy says, bend your knees more. Squat down, bend your knees more. Must when you feel the wobble. Okay, so I'll definitely give that a try, Randy. I'll do that. Maybe I need to squat down a little bit more Maybe I didn't squat down all the way. Just when you feel. All right. Good suggestion. Right? You having a good time? So if anybody is watching this and has no idea what I'm talking about, uh, if you never used a personal electric vehicle, I highly recommend, if you're going to get your first electric vehicle, I would definitely start out with a scooter. Now, a lot of people are laughing. They probably would laugh about that. A scooter? Isn't that what those kids use? Not an electric scooter. A lot of people use electric scooters to ride these days. And I did have on my channel, I highly recommend the 9-Bot Max. That is really fun to ride. And then when you feel comfortable with that, you know, um, go for the Onewheel. You know, if you come from that background of snowboarding and skateboarding, go for the Onewheel. You're gonna love that. You know, it feels like you're surfing. It feels like you're snowboarding. But if you want to get the feeling of floating, if you want to put a lot of effort and training into something, go with the EUC. I mean, all these paths will probably lead to the electric unicycle. Definitely. It's just so much fun to ride once you get up and get going and find your center, and practicing it every day is worth it. I think that's why I'm more prone to electric unicycles, because the effort put into it, the training. And it's like, aha. So Randy, you'll get there, Randy. I believe in you. And I don't know if I have subscribed to you or you have subscribed to me, but I want to see if here on my live chat, if I'm able to go on your channel. Maybe not. I'll let you, I'll give you a couple minutes if you want to link your channel here in the chat so I can subscribe to you, Randy. Yeah, I meant to say if I had subscribed to you. Sorry about that. I do remember you subscribing. Right? Another reason why I feel better with the electric unicycle is the fact that it does beep at you, especially with the Kingsong. It will beep at you when you're low on battery. It will beep at you when you're reaching a certain speed limit that you have set. The app will beep at you. And obviously the Kingsong plays music. It has LED lights. Just feels more stable. You're looking forward. And of course, you're going to be more prone to falling forward. You don't have a channel, Randy. You should have a channel. Right? Happy bird. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Oh, see, I'm scatterbrained today. Another idea for an electric vehicle, personal electric vehicle, is an electric bike. And you guys haven't seen it here on my channel yet, but I did manage to get it's called Lectric XP, electric bike. And I do plan to get this here on my channel, but I don't know how I'm going to record this. But fantastic bike. So definitely electric bikes are good if you are considering your first electric vehicle. So it will go like this. If you're going to get your first electric vehicle, definitely go with a electric scooter first. See if you like that. If you like that, go with an electric bike. Or go with an electric bike first. Then I would say, hey, if your discipline is more skateboardish, then go to the Onewheel. If you like the Onewheel, go with an electric unicycle. We got a new person here. We got Light's Edge. Welcome to the channel. I got a crazy bird here. Light's Edge Says, still waiting on my first EUC wheel to be delivered. I have enjoyed watching you learn. Thanks for sharing your EUC journey. Thank you, Lights Edge, for coming by the channel and watching. Definitely. I'm very excited for you to get your first wheel. What wheel did you get? I'm just curious. And Andy Lovejoy says, hi, I'm waiting for my first EUC. The Monster MCM5. Is that the Monster? Is that the Gotway? Is that Gotway? I hear those are good wheels. I heard those wheels are no bullshit wheels. The only thing that's going bad for those are the shell. They break easy from what I hear. Lights Edge. First wheel is the Gotway Tesla V2. Ooh! I know someone else who has the Tesla V2. I believe his name is Sensei Vegan. And I heard that's a very good wheel. Very good wheel. Andy Lovejoy's got a Gotway as well. Yeah. I was considering about getting that, and I seen this YouTuber called Is There Any Food? Come on. And I'll write the whole name down. Is There Any Food? That's how you spell it. He's from Sweden. I think he's Spanish, but he lives in Sweden. And he's pretty partial to the Gotways, it seems like, but he gives Kingsongs a fair shot. So that's another channel you can check out. But I believe he's mainly a Gotway rider, right? Yeah, I heard the Tesla V2 is a good wheel to learn on too. Don't forget to gear up, guys. Seriously, gear up. Gear up. All right. Thank you all for coming by. I had to cut this short real quick. I wanted to share the journey that I had with my friend today, and hopefully I'll record that journey next time. I should have brought my camera. It would have made a really good video. You all be good. And best of luck to you, Light Edge, with your new wheel. Definitely just take it slow, put a lot of practice in. First day, you might feel like you're going to give up. You might have that feeling. Who knows? But you really just got to get that foot control down first. Get used to standing on that wheel. And give yourself some air time. Definitely launch off from a pole or a fence or something. I wouldn't do too much of the kicking off like you saw in my videos. I exhausted myself doing that. Definitely the air time, I believe, in my opinion, is what's going to get you faster into riding. In my opinion. Yep, you got protection and gear all the way. That's perfect. I'm thinking about getting some more protection too. Thinking about getting a motorcycle jacket of some sort that has all the pads, motorcycle pants. There we go. And I want to get that TSG helmet. That looks so sexy. I don't know if you've seen that, guys, but that is a very nice looking helmet. But I don't feel like paying $500 for all that right now. I'm gonna save my money. Save my money and pay off everything. Went a little bit nuts this year with spending, But wrist guards are most important, followed by helmet. Yes, definitely wrist guards. Definitely. I haven't taken a spill or fallen off in a way where I've used my wrists yet, but I'm still going to use wrist guards because there's always that possibility you're going to fall forward or land a certain way, and there goes your wrist. Or who knows, it might go this way. You never know. You never know. You just never know. Just definitely get the noggin. Protect your noggin. Protect your knees. Definitely protect your knees. Holy shit. I've injured myself twice already in a span of 1 month. First time with a one wheel. I'll give you an example. These are my legs, right? Maybe I can show you standing up. Let me show you standing up how I landed. Uh, it was like this. I'm on my one wheel, right? On the one wheel, and I had to bail this way. So it was a sloppy bail, and this foot, which is on the sensor that controls forward momentum on the one wheel, was still on the wheel. This foot was over here on the ground. This wheel still traveling. Imagine that. And I'm trying to catch myself. And as you know, this is supposed to go forward. Twisted it, and I landed, and I heard a crack right in my knee. So I must have torn something right in here. See, that scar is still there. And I must have had a torn meniscus. Now, the second time on the electric unicycle, the first time that I actually got on the unicycle without experiencing the wheel first, I got on the electric unicycle and I fell off. And this foot was still on the unicycle, and I landed the same way. And I landed hard on my face pretty much, and I heard that sucker go crack like a lobster. And I'm still feeling that tenderness in the knee, but it's going away, which is good. So definitely get knee pads, guys, just to protect your knees somehow. Keep up the videos. Thank you, Randy. Wrist guards are most important. Randy says, I've got 4 wheels, but mostly just ride my 18XL. That's another wheel that I considered getting. That looks really nice too, just for that big wheel. But what made me decide against it was the maneuverability aspect. And I heard the 16X was a lot better, a little bit more nimbler. So that's why I sealed. I can't talk right today, guys. That's how I sealed the purchase with the 16X. Andy Lovejoy, my miss is still not happy with me for buying it 800 pounds. I can imagine. Why would you buy that for? We need to feed our family. Or you need to get her a ring or something. Who knows, right? That sucks, but you got it anyway, right? So that's all that matters. You won. Randy says, ouch. Here's to a full recovery. Here. Right, Bird? I almost injured my bird today, or at least I thought I injured her. I had a door open in the living room, and I didn't know the bird got on top of the door while it was still open. And I closed the door, and I heard, and I thought I, broke her bones. I thought I squashed her, but she's fine. I didn't. I must have closed the door just slightly on her feather. That's what I'm thinking, but her feather is fine. I don't feel any broken bones in her feet. I don't feel any broken bones on her body. She flies fine. She walks fine, so she's fine. Right? 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 Yeah, she knows she's on TV. Hello, Hope. That's my sister, Hope. She raises chickens and turkeys, and she makes videos of them. So, all right, guys. I think I'm going to go eat. And it's my first time doing a live stream about EUCs, so I'm just hoping the EUC community isn't like, what the hell is he talking about, man? I'm still a beginner. All my views are beginners' views, so it's okay to be a beginner. And if you're a beginner, my best advice is keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. Give yourself a day to relax too, because it's going to use a lot of muscle strength at times. And this will be good time to rest your body up in between days. And you'll be surprised how fast the nervous system works in your body. Just like working out, the neurons go through your muscles and activate in certain ways and get your muscles more attuned to the strength of the wheel. And my bird is behind the TV again, motherfucker. So, all right, I'm gonna eat some chicken, and you all have a good day. And I don't know what my next video will be about. I'm kind of hoping it will be about riding in my hometown, hopefully, something like that. So, have a good day, guys. Peace.